Alright then, Reds. Ready for another one? Because what I'm about to tell you lot will make you understand why our Evangelos Marinakis isn't just any Greek billionaire. The bloke's a proper strategist. Picture this. Whilst other clubs are fanning about it in the transfer market, making a right song and dance over every quid spent, our Forest are orchestrating a perfect dance between departures and arrivals. And I'm not chatting about any old movements here. I'm talking about a silent revolution that's happening right under our noses. In the last 72 hours, 3 moves have happened that are going to completely change the DNA of our attack. A keeper everyone thought was first choice, shipped off across the Atlantic. A Swiss lad who scored the most important goal in Europe, already got the fans dreaming of Ballon d'Or. And a French winger from Ligue 1 who might just be the missing piece in our attacking puzzle. But here's the question that's doing my head in. Can you lot see the common thread behind these 3 moves? Because I'll tell you what, when you finished hearing this story, you'll understand that every single move was calculated to perfection. Smash that like button if you can feel something massive brewing at the city ground. And tell me in the comments, which of these 3 bombshells got you most buzzing? Because trust me, what's coming next will show you that Nuno Espirito Santo and his backroom staff know exactly what they're doing. Buckle up, because the first revelation is going to shock even the most optimistic amongst you. And that's just the beginning. And we're kicking off with one that nobody saw coming. Matt Turner. Yeah, the American keeper that loads of us rated as one of our big signings has just been loaned out to New England Revolution. But hang on. Before you lot start screaming what the bloody hell is going on, let me explain what's actually happened here. Turner wasn't simply booted out. The lad had a golden opportunity to head back home, to MLS where he started his career. And you know what the genius move from the board was? They released Turner without any drama, no fuss, keeping the door open for the future. Because let's be honest, Matt Sells is absolutely untouchable as our number 1. The Belgian was simply sensational last season, even bagged the Premier League Golden Glove. Turner was in a right pickle. Too good to sit on the bench, but couldn't dislodge Sells from his spot. And here's the bit that gives me goosebumps. Know what the board did on the very same day they let Turner go? Brought in Angus Gunn as a free agent. A 29-year-old Scottish keeper with Premier League experience who played at Euro 2024 for Scotland. The bloke rocked up literally for nothing. No transfer fee whatsoever. But the most impressive bit isn't even that. It's that this move freed up a considerable chunk of the wage bill. Turner wasn't on peanuts, was he? And where did that saving go straight to? Funding the next signings. Now tell me, do you reckon that was coincidence? That they let Turner go the same week they wrapped up other targets? Because I'll tell you something. What comes next will prove that every penny saved on Turner was absolutely strategic. And if you thought Turner's story was just about penny pinching, get ready. Because with those wages optimized, what did Forest go and do? Went out and brought Dan Doyle for $34 million from Bologna. But it's not just the fee that's impressive, lads. It's what this lad did in his first appearance at home. Against Fiorentina on a Tuesday night at the City Ground, Ndoye stepped onto that pitch and in 64 minutes made the Garibaldi faithful believe we were witnessing something special. The crowd were there, watching another dreary 0-0 preseason slog. Because let's be real, our attack's been a bit toothless. And then this 24-year-old Swiss lad comes on and transforms everything. The way he was stroking the ball, gliding down the right flank, creating space out of nothing. Bloody hell, it was like watching poetry in motion. And that's not even the half of it. Do you know what the last goal this fella scored before joining Forest was? The title-winning goal in the Coppa Italia for Bologna. The lad literally decided a final against Milan and brought Bologna their first trophy in 51 years. 51 years, people. Now imagine what's going through this lad's head when he steps onto the city ground turf, sees our lot singing, feels the energy of the place. He knows he's arrived at a gaff that breeds football just like his Bologna did. And the fans' reaction? Absolutely mental. Doy is a massive upgrade on Elanga. This lad's gonna win the Ballon d'Or. These are real comments from supporters who were there. Can you feel the difference? Turner out strategic saving, Ndoye in shrewd investment. But here's the question you must be asking yourselves. If we've already gotten Ndoye, why the devil are we chasing another winger? And now we reach the climax of this operation. Whilst everyone was going mental over Ndoye, what were our scouts doing? They'd already identified the next target, Delane Bakwa from Strasbourg. And this is where the genius of the planning becomes crystal clear, lads. We're not talking about desperately scrambling for players. We're talking about an attacking arsenal being methodically assembled. Bakwa isn't some plan B. The lad's the perfect complement to what Nuno Espirito Santo wants to build. The numbers speak for themselves. 6 goals, 9 assists in League One, and get this, 50 successful dribbles in the season. To put that in perspective, our current best dribbler, Hudson-Odoi, managed 37. We're talking about a considerable technical upgrade, and know what the beautiful thing is? Strasbourg are asking for between $38 to $33 million. Sounds steep? Compare that to the $35 million we refused to spunk on Hutchinson. The board learned from their mistakes, went after a cheaper alternative who's probably better suited to our style. But here's the reflection that gives me chills. Can you see the pattern? Turner out saves wages. Ndoye arrives. Heavy but shrewd investment. Bakwa follows. Fair value, ideal profile. It's like watching a grandmaster playing chess. Picture our front line next season. Ndoye down the right bringing pace and finishing. Bakwa on the left with trickery and creativity. And our good old Morgan Gibbs White pulling the strings through the middle. That's an attack that can go toe-to-toe with any club in the Premier League. And the most impressive bit? All of this being financed intelligently, no madness, without compromising the club's future. That's what separates visionary management from desperate management. Now, I'm asking you lot, can you feel that something massive is taking shape? That we're witnessing the construction of something that could take us far beyond what we ever imagined? Smash that like button if you believe Marinakis and Nuno know exactly where they're heading. Drop a comment telling me which of these 3 moves you reckon was the most brilliant. And hit that subscribe button, because what's coming next is gonna be historic. And now the question that won't leave me alone. If we're already building an attack of this caliber, what else is coming down the pipeline? Because from the whispers I'm hearing, this was just the first phase of the Garibaldi revolution. Until next time, and bring on the Premier League.